everyone, and welcome back to Jola Speaks. Thank you for joining me once again today. So today we're going to look at what I've titled, They Will Only Prove Themselves Powerless. They will only prove themselves powerless. And I'm going to read from Daniel 4 verses 4 to 7, and I'll discuss afterwards. So I go. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my house and flourishing in my palace. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts on my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore, I issued a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me. Again, all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known to me the interpretation of the dream. Then the magicians, astrologers, and the Chaldeans and the soothsayers came in, and I told them the dream, but they did not make known to me its interpretation. And I want to read verse 8 as well. But at last, Daniel came before me. His name is Belteshazzar, according to the name of my God. In him is the spirit of the holy God. And I told the dream before him, saying, and I'll stop here actually. They will only prove themselves powerless. You see, I found this very interesting because earlier in this chapter, Daniel had interpreted a dream for the same king Nebuchadnezzar, a dream that none of the soothsayers, none of the Chaldeans or wise men could interpret. And you would think that, okay, well, he's done it before. Surely you go and meet him, right? And say, since you've done it before, can you come and redo it? Just come and tell me my dream, because you already have someone that can do it. But again, he calls all his wise men, calls the soothsayers, the Chaldeans, to come and interpret his dream. In fact, in this case, he even made it easier. He even told them the dream, because last time he said he was still telling them the dream. He told them the dream, but still they could not interpret it. And again, he had to get to Daniel's place. Then Daniel, gave the dream interpretation. I find it very, very interesting that you would have thought, actually, I've proven myself, so surely he'll come to me. But no, it's different. And it happens in many cases where, because clearly God had given only Daniel, the wisdom for that particular dream interpretation. Evidently, that no matter what the Chaldeans could have said, this same king knew in him that cannot be the meaning of the dream. So no matter how they will have, thoughts, analyzed, he knew that this cannot be the meaning of the dream. And he sensed that and called upon Daniel. But you would wonder, why? Many cases. And you see, yes, you've proven yourself. Yes, that has proven yourself. But the case whereby one has to keep doing it and keep shining. Because guess what? In every opportunity you prove yourself, you shine. I shine. So let's not look at it, because one can easily get to a point of pride and we say, did I not, tell him, his dream before? Why is he going to Chaldeans? But when we say that, we're trying to say it out of pride, because we're now at a point thinking, let's see what they want to do, and then before we know, pride is building up. But actually, let us see it as an actual opportunity to say, actually, you know what? Let God showcase himself in his life. And guess what? As we expected, they had no power. And so they only proved themselves powerless. And when the time came, he did call on Daniel, and then was able to shine and showcase his life, even in a more grander way, because no other person could have told him the meaning of that dream in the very first place. They will only prove themselves powerless. I remember quite recently, I was going through something, and when you have proven yourself many, many times, and I'm wondering, but Lord, what's happening? I've done this before. I've proven people know it already. Why am I going through this and all that? And I went through a similar circle. So they will still call out people to do it, and then they can't do it. They're like, okay, actually, this guy can't do it. But I'm like, but you knew before this, but you said to just again find if there's somebody else that could do it, right? But you see, it was through that case that I was shining, because I said, you know what, I didn't get angry and say, oh, actually, I won't do it because, that's annoying. They knew I can do it. Yes, they're calling people that they knew I can't do it, but they're calling them because of what? I could have gotten upset, but I know what, let's leave it. And guess what? When the time came, I got called and I was able to shine through it. It's going to happen to us a lot of time because in many cases, it is still hard for them to believe that, why is it her? Why is it him? Like, why can't I do it? But they do not understand that the wisdom, the throne God has given to you and not to them. And so because God has given to you and not to them, no matter how they try, no matter how they scheme, no matter whatever they do, whatever it is, will yield powerless things. But because you are the one that God has given that throne to, God has given that wisdom to, God has given that clarity, understanding to, it is you that God will use to shine and showcase His power. And so in the end, them being powerless, again, is just buttressing, your own relevance over them. So don't feel, surprised or wonder or feel like, or begin to doubt yourself because of how things play out. Just keep being excellent. Keep executing excellently. Do things phenomenally and let God shine and showcase Himself through you. The problem is when we now allow pride and say, no, I won't do it. Imagine if Daniel said, you know what? They have annoyed me. How can they go to the order when they know that I'm the only one who knows him of the dream? What if he said that? And in this case, I'm not going to tell the dream. He would have literally denied himself from an opportunity to actually shine and showcase God's glory. So don't think about it that way. Let's not. How it's happened to me as well. Think about it. Think about it in a case whereby, like, you know what, God, thank you for an opportunity to showcase your glory and help me. Because at the end of the day, that wisdom, that knowledge came from God, not from Daniel, not from me, not from you, right? And yes, God is using us, but we need to remember that we are vessels. We're not the source. We are vessels. We're not the source. And remember that it is in the end, God's name must be glorified in whatever it is. In whatever it is. God help us. This happens a lot of times. But if you are in a position whereby you see it happen to you a number of times and it's going to annoy you, please don't let it annoy you. It's happened to me as well. Just keep doing your thing. Keep shining. Keep performing excellently well. Keep being humble. Right? Because also, that's also another humility test. Would you be upset and not do what I have called you to do, or would you be upset and not take on the opportunity, or would you just continue doing what I have created you to do? Right? So think about it that way. Let God shine through you. No matter what ego you may be facing, cut it. Right? If they are gone through everybody, and you're the last person standing, no problem. Or maybe they know you can do this thing and they called everybody else. They called different consultants to do it. Everybody tried, didn't do it. Don't be angry. Don't be like, just continue. When it's time, because you have been the one given that wisdom and that knowledge and that throne, all their works will be powerless till you walk into the door. So thank you for listening to me today. And God bless you. I love you. I love you too. Bye.